Look at all the dead trees from the drought, and you can see all down through there. It kind of looks like fall. But right over in here, you see that rich green on the ground up there? That's Japanese stilt grass having the time of its life because its roots went deep enough to grab whatever water was left in that bog. And that's it. I'm on Hulse Hill in Black Rock Forest. Dr. Hulse used to live at the very top of this. And I've walked down about a little more than three quarters of it, I think. And yeah, he had a commanding view up there because they had cut all the trees down back then, pretty much, for firewood. And God, look how pretty that is out there. And you can see through the woods like it's fall. Should be able to see that much at least until end of September, October. See that lush green in there? That's all Japanese stilt grass. And it's thriving because, like I said earlier, in the bog that was up the hill up here, it's in an area where water likes to lie and its roots are deep. So it's doing really well, but I mean, right next to it, there's about 10 dead trees, 20 dead trees. There's a whole bunch of them. In fact, my survey is for beech leaf disease, and I've done 25 this season. And just in the last couple weeks, I've been finding what was once beautiful stands of, oh, that's me looking for the jumping worm. And somebody's going to come by. I should cover that. Somebody's going to come by and think some wild animal was up to no good there, and we got to watch out. But yeah, some of these beautiful stands of beech trees, I can't tell. Well, actually I can, to a point, but to see it, you know, if they have beech leaf disease or not. But they're dead. They're dead. I mean, yesterday especially, I saw a bunch of them just north of here. It's really sad to see. Here I only recorded some. 2 stands were dead along this survey route. And a couple stands were doing pretty good, but they were farther up where there seems to be enough water laying, because one thing about beech I noticed is it likes its feet wet. You don't see it in an arid area like this amazing red oak right here. He doesn't mind that so much. He's got a taproot that goes down to China. So he can live very well there, and that next to it is black birch. Doesn't look that steep, but it is. I'm going to go all the way up and do a loop, but then the sky through the trees and the lower horizon was starting to look really dark, and we're supposed to get thunderstorms, and I thought, well, there's no rush to do anything. I can come back tomorrow, but then again, it's going to rain. Well, it's supposed to. 930 feet. Because I also have a really cool altimeter app that I use for the work I've been doing. I was thinking of doing this as a live, but I thought if I had to walk and read at the same time, it might not work out so well. Isn't that pretty? There should be a lot of water in through here. Not a huge amount, but it's a big runoff, and it's just dry as a bone. Weather station used to be way up on top of the hill here. In fact, I just walked past where the old path used to be, and it looks like it's completely grown over. But it looks like, yeah, this one's been down here for a while, actually. I can't see too much of it because of all the trees, but you look over to, let's see, your lower left. That's a solar panel right there. Cool, huh? It's pretty steep, all right. These woods used to be filled with turkeys. I used to see them all the time. All throughout the year. Not anymore, though. But I can't say for certain, because I haven't had a chance to talk with anybody from the forest this year, so I'm not really too sure what's going on. I could be wrong. They could be fine. Maybe they're just lying low down in the stream bottoms. Didn't quite finish that. Doesn't look active, but I'm not going to go over there to find out. That's the road, and I'll leave a card up above. That's the road that leads to the old American Revolutionary War Road that I did a video of a year ago, January. Hawk Feather, I believe. I would have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure that it is. Sure is soft. Sometimes you get wing and sometimes you get tail, but this looks like, could this be belly, or it might be secondary under the wing? Not positive, but just beautiful, isn't it? That one's a keeper. That's gonna go in the shadow box. Boy, coming back sure doesn't take long, does it? But then when I'm heading out, I gotta stop and collect data on hard copy and in the computer, which this year is kind of a pain because we have a list we have to do with IMAP evasives, and the save button doesn't always like to cooperate. So let's see, I've got 6 of them. Each time I stop, and then it geolocates me, so it leaves a pin where I've been, about 100 feet apart for each one. Do about 15 to 24 of them, depending on where you are. And yeah, that's the only big aggravation I've had this year. I mean, I've stood there and hit that button with a freaking hammer, and it's like, why do we have to depend on technology out in the field? You know, we should have learned how to map, or, you know, be learning how to map. I think that's a hell of a skill. That's how we did it at one time, and not that many people did it. I've seen some game trails, but of course it's so dry I can't tell if anybody's been through them. I've heard chipmunks, a lot of chipmunks. I heard some squirrels. There's a squirrel down there. There goes another one across the road. I need to get over to my state hunting land, see what's going on over there. I hope everything hasn't been poached out of existence like what's been going on for the last couple of years. It's been disgusting. Just shame. It's me first attitude. Oh yeah, we're all in this together. It'll work out. That's for damn sure. It turned everybody into a crazy lunatic. Like a bunch of freaking piranhas. Again, there's about 4 squirrels right in this spot. That's good to see. Got one running around over here. There he goes. Heading over to that dead white pine. Yeah, a lot of activity. I thought I saw something run through the woods on the way downhill. Yeah, so speaking of piranha, I had to take down my garden this year because, you know, they say, I've had a garden my entire life, and usually always a really big one. Oh, and there's a pileated woodpecker over there. I'm always getting distracted. Let's see if I can zero in on him. Oh, he just took off. But anyhow, yeah, I took the garden down because yeah, right, you know, be self-reliant. I have been my whole life, always had a garden. Neighbors took everything. Yep, and I talked to them about that last year and this year, because they've been around a lot more. And I told them, if you want something, give something. Give and take. Don't just grab everything. Help me out. You know, I'm the only one doing this. Years past, it was an issue because they were never around. But now it's like the little supermarket outside their freaking door. So I said, I talked to them again about it. So I said, all right, that's it. This is why socialism doesn't work. Because you abuse what you've got. And then you lose it. And then you don't have anything. Well, it doesn't hurt me any, because to be perfectly honest, I mean, it was a giant garden. It had gotten bigger over the years, and although it was in great shape earlier this year. Had a lot that was producing until somebody else took everything. But I kept it maintained beautifully, and it was starting to get to the point where I was worried I wasn't going to have time for it. Well, I had to go away for work for 2 weeks, and I wasn't around. And what do you think I come home to? The neighbors complaining because the groundhog got in, and I wasn't around to stop it and fix everything, make everything better. And what else happened? Oh yeah, and all the weeds, of course, grew up. I said, well, you've been taken out of it. Well, why didn't you do something to help out? And of course, you know, I get that stupid blank stare, and they go right back into the complaining. Just terrible, terrible behavior. It's like, how dare you? So I said, you know what? That's it. I can grow everything I need right on my windowsills. I have great big south and west facing windowsills and big windows. So, the hell with you. You're on your own. You think you can do better? Good luck. Not gonna happen though. Too lazy for that. Socialists just take. They don't do anything to help themselves. Well, they help themselves at anything, but they don't do anything out of consciousness. It's all, give me that. Well, that's the end of our hike, folks, and I'm glad you came with me. I haven't done a video in a while, and I just thought, well, let me pull the phone out. At least have a little chit-chat on the way back down the hill. Sure is lovely, isn't it? Well, look, we actually have some color up there. I mean, that's actual color, not dead trees. Kind of nice to see. Alright, everybody, take care. Thanks for coming along.